Welcome to the Ultimate Cut and Curl tutorial. I hope you're excited to learn because we're about to get straight into it. First, you'll need a curling iron. Today we'll be using the 1.5 inch barrel by T3, some durable sectioning clips, a rat tail or metal tail comb, a wide tooth comb, some duckbill clips, some sharp shears that you only use to cut extensions, and lastly, some medium or strong hold hairspray. To begin, please make sure that your client's extensions are thoroughly combed through to prevent snagging when you are trying to cut. Disclaimer, in this video, when I was recording, I did have a model that was moving around a lot. However, when cutting layers or any haircut, you want to ensure that your client is sitting upright with their legs uncrossed and their body as straight as possible. To begin creating the face framing layers, grab hair from either side of your client's face and meet them in the middle. This ensures that your layers begin at the same point and are the same length. You may ask your client where they would like their layers to start. Typically, I would start my layers from the nose or the chin, depending on the look that I am going for. For this look, we started slightly below her chin. When cutting your guide, be sure not to cut straight across as this will leave the ends too blunt. You want to use zigzag motions to create a wispy effect. Once your guide has been established, you may begin cutting the face framing layers on either side. Start by grabbing a vertical section about 2 inches or 2 knuckles in width. Elevate the hair and comb it from the front. Combing from the front ensures you're grabbing every piece of hair when cutting. Once the hair has been thoroughly combed through, begin by finding your guide. Start cutting your layers from where your guide is. When cutting face framing layers, you want to use the point of your shears to cut and never the inner portion. Using a slicing motion, point cut diagonally by gliding your hands down the hair as you open and close your shears. This keeps the layers light, flowy, and weightless. Doing the opposite will leave your layers blunt and unflattering. As I cut, you'll see that the hair falls out of my fingers in a diagonal motion. This is exactly what you're trying to achieve. Moving on to the other side, repeat the same steps. Grab a vertical 2 inch section, comb thoroughly, and elevate it to reveal your guide. With your body positioned directly in front of the section you will be cutting, hold the hair between your index and middle finger and begin point cutting directly below your guide. Remember to open and close your shears as your hands glide down the hair. Next, you'll see me cleaning up the layers on the right side of my model's head. When cutting the sections in the front, I usually hold the hair between a 45 and 90-degree angle. The degree of elevation is what creates layers. Remember to always use the points of your shears when cutting the front sections. Next, you want to connect your layers all the way to the middle on both sides. There are 2 ways you can do this. The first method involves taking another vertical 2 inch section directly behind the previously cut section. With the current section elevated and using the previously cut section as your guide, begin cutting diagonally directly below where the previously cut section ended. Repeat this on the right side of the head until reaching the middle. Make sure that your layers are all connected. You do not want your layers to be disconnected at any point. Have your client sit up straight and check to make sure that all layers have been connected. Once all layers have been connected, you may move on to the opposite side. The second method for connecting the face framing layers involves grabbing a section about 3 to 4 inches in width, including the previously cut section. With the section elevated, locate where the hair is heaviest. This is usually where you stopped cutting the previous section. Begin point cutting diagonally below this point. Grab another vertical 2-inch section and allow the hair to rest on your client's shoulders. With the hair at rest or at 0-degree elevation, continue point cutting diagonally until all layers have been connected. Repeat this step again until you've reached the middle of the head. Once we've completed the face framing layers, we will now begin cutting layers into the body of the hair. Start by grabbing a vertical section about 1 inch in width away from the forehead. Lift the section straight up or elevate it at 180 degrees until the hair at the bottom begins to fall out of your fingers. This is where you will begin cutting the hair. As I release and drop the hair, notice how the hair at the top is shorter than the hair towards the bottom of the section. This is what we call layers. This haircut does require a moving guide, so you will see me grabbing 1/2 inch from the previously cut section and adding it into the current section before elevating to cut. Once elevated, the shorter lengths should begin to fall out. Begin cutting at this point. Continuously taking vertical 1-inch sections and 1/2 inch from the previously cut section to use as a guide, we will repeat these same steps until we reach the middle of the head. For the best results when it comes to layered looks, request that your clients bring in at least 3 bundles for lengths that are short. For longer lengths, that is lengths that are longer than 20 inches, you will need at least 4 bundles. For dense bottom-heavy layers, avoid using bundles or extensions that are staggered in length. This means avoiding lengths such as 16, 18, and 20s, or 20s, 22s, and 24s. Request for all of your clients' extensions or bundles to be the same in length, or you may request that at least 2 of the bundles are the same lengths. For the best outcome, request that your clients only bring in quality extensions, as the quality of extensions directly affects how your curls turn out. As a rule of thumb, avoid using extensions from AliExpress or Amazon, as these extensions tend to be too silky in texture. In my experience, I've found that high-quality virgin extensions or raw extensions tend to hold curls a lot better, as these extensions are usually single donor and coarser in texture. For this look, we used 4 18-inch bundles of high-quality virgin extensions. Hair in this section, notice you can see the moving guide. It is important to use a moving guide when performing this haircut so that all the layers begin at the same point and the haircut is even. In this section, when the hair is elevated, notice how there's a line of demarcation between the current section and the moving guide from the previously cut section. This is where I cut. This is a long layered look, meaning that my model opted to keep most of her length. When doing long layered looks, you are not trying to take length off, you are simply trying to create movement and motion within the hair. By lifting the hair straight up or at 180 degrees elevation, you are preserving the length. On the opposite side, we will repeat the same exact steps from the previous side. Grab a vertical 1-inch section and elevate the hair to 180 degrees or lift it straight up. With the hair elevated, the pieces at the bottom will begin to fall out. That is where you will begin cutting. As we are using a moving guide, I will grab a section about 1/2 inch from the previously cut section and add it into my current section before I begin cutting. To create the moving guide, split the previously cut section into half. Directly behind this section, grab a vertical section that's about 1 inch in width from behind the previously cut section. Next, comb and lift the section straight up until the hair begins to fall out from the bottom. This is where you will begin cutting. Repeat these same steps until reaching the middle portion of the head on the left side. Once again, grab a vertical section about 1 inch in width from the previously cut section. You should have added in a piece from the previously cut section to create your moving guide. Elevate the hair straight up and wait until the hair at the bottom begins to fall out. Once the hair falls out, it will reveal where you need to cut. Begin cutting at this point. Be careful cutting past your second knuckle. If you need to, recomb the hair and begin your cut again. When grabbing the hair to hold before you begin cutting, you should be holding the hair between your index and your middle finger. We are taking vertical 1-inch sections until we reach the middle of the head. Once we reach the middle of the head on the opposite side, I then revise my cut. When revising the cut, I am not taking off any additional length. I am simply cleaning up the layers. When cleaning up the layers, elevate the hair to the degree at which it was previously cut. I clean up the layers by cutting what's left after the hair has fallen out. Clean up and revise your layers as needed, as this ensures that your haircut is very well blended. To finish up the haircut, you want to clean up the ends of the hair. Do this by cutting the hair along the edges into a rounded V, or U shape. For this demonstration, the ends were cut into a rounded V shape. Moving into the curling portion of this tutorial, section the hair off into 6 sections. Working from the middle, split the left side into 3 sections and repeat the same thing on the right side. To create these 3 sections, I section off the hair from in front of the ear. That will be 1 section. I then split what's remaining from the current section into 2. This creates 3 sections. Using a sectioning clip to hold the hair in place and out of your way, begin working on the section closest to the middle. Since I will be using the T3 curling iron in a 1.5 inch, I am making sure to grab sections that match the size of the width of my curling iron. To curl, press down to open the clamp of the barrel of the curling iron and insert the hair. Twist and pull, ensuring that the ends come out in the direction of the side of the head that you're curling on. Twist and pull again by pressing down on the clamp of the curling iron to allow the hair to pass through. Keeping tension in the hair, rotate the curling iron and press down on the clamp to allow the hair to pass through as you pull once again. Remember to press down on the clamp using your thumb to slightly open the curling iron so that the hair can pass through without snagging. Keep turning and pulling until you reach the ends of the hair. Once you've reached the ends of the hair, hold the curling barrel in place for about 3 to 10 seconds. After holding the curl for about 3 to 10 seconds, gently press down on the clamp to release the hair. Slide the hair off the barrel and then pin. Using a duckbill clip, pin the hair in place. Be careful not to use the clips upside down, as this will leave an indentation in your curl. This is what your curl should look like once you're done pinning it. Repeating the same steps that you just performed, grab another section of hair. Using your thumb, press down on the clamp of the curling iron to open it. Allow the clamp to close around the hair. Keeping tension in the hair, rotate and pull the hair through by pressing down on the clamp yet again to open it slightly. The ends of the hair should come out on the right side of the barrel. Continue pressing down on the clamp to rotate and pull the hair through. Once again, repeat this until you reach the ends of the hair. You never want to insert the ends of the hair into the curling iron and roll all the way up to curl. You always want to insert the shaft of the hair into the curling iron, twist and pull until you reach the ends to achieve a curl. Again, hold the hair for about 3 to 10 seconds before pressing down on a clamp to release the hair from the curling iron. Using a duckbill clip, pin the curl before allowing it to cool. Pinning the curls allows the curls to last longer. If needed, you may use an additional clip to hold the hair in place. In curling, I like to create 3 curls in the section closest to the middle, 3 curls in the section that is in the middle, and 4 curls in the front section. Once completed, you should have a total of 12 curls on either side of the head. When curling the front 2 sections, I visualize splitting the section in 2 equal halves. On the bottom half, I place 2 curls that have been split horizontally. Curl in the same manner that you curled the back sections. Press down on the clamp of the curling iron using your thumb to open the barrel slightly. Insert the hair and pull the hair through. Make sure the ends of the hair come out facing the direction that the hair is being curled on the head. So if you are curling on the right side, the hair should come out on the right side of the barrel. Always open your clamp as you pull through and hold the curl for at least 3 to 10 seconds before releasing and pinning. Next, split the hair in 2 vertical sections. Although the sections have been split vertically, you'll still be curling in the same manner. Holding the barrel horizontally parallel to the head, begin curling. Rotate and pull until you reach the ends. For the last 2 curls in the front section, I like to flip the curl in the direction that it was curled in before pinning it. Flipping the curl out before pinning it helps create a bang that frames the face. Repeat the same exact steps for the last curl in this section. On the back portion of the left side, repeat the same exact steps from the right side. Since we are now on the left side of the head, ensure that the ends of the hair come out on the left side of the barrel. Twist and pull until you reach the ends and then pin the curl before allowing them to cool. You should have a total of 12 curls once all the sections have been completed on the left side of the head. When you reach the section in the front, visualize the section being split in two halves. The bottom half should be split horizontally once again, and the top half should be split vertically to curl. Once again, split the last two sections vertically, and remember that although split vertically, it will still be curled horizontally parallel to the head. Once curling has been completed, spray the curls with either medium or strong hold hairspray. After letting the curls cool for about 10 minutes, you may begin unpinning them. When unpinning the curls, flip them in the opposite direction in which they were curled. This ensures that the hair flows away from the face. The same thing applies to the left side. Unpin the curl and flip it to the right side. Using a wide tooth comb, begin combing out the curls. Start combing from the middle to the ends of the hair. Swap the wide tooth comb out for a fine tooth comb and begin fluffing out the curls. There is no specific method to combing out the curls. Simply use the fine-tooth comb to comb out and fluff the curl. Personally, I love for hair to fall into my client's face. To create this effect, I use my hand to guide the hair into their face and comb it into place. Again, using your fine-tooth comb, begin to comb out the curls. After, swap the wide-tooth comb for the fine-tooth comb and begin fluffing out the curls. Combing the hair with the fine-tooth comb is what creates the fluffy effect. Continue combing and fluffing out the curls until you achieve your desired look. Do not be afraid to use your hands to guide the hair in the direction that you want it to fall. In order for the bang to fall into the face and frame the face, I use a duckbill clip to hold the hair into place before spraying it with hairspray. While holding the bang in place with your hand, place the clip from the back into the hair. Comb the hair into the face on the opposite side and repeat this step. Pinning the hair in place to help it fall into the face also helps create volume in the hair at the top. After pinning the hair into place and combing out until you're satisfied, spray some hairspray to hold the volume. If you notice any areas that may need to be smoothed out due to the duckbill clips, remove the clips, comb the hair out, and gently place the clips back. Finally, remove the clips and proceed with styling as needed. And that is it for the ultimate cut and curl tutorial. Thank you all for purchasing my first tutorial ever. Leave some feedback or a review and let me know how I did. I hope to see you guys again in the next one. Thank you again and bye.